our viewers. Welcome to another episode of Women's Show on Civic Space TV. My name is Donna Keirungi, our host this afternoon, and I'm joined by 4 beautiful women from different walks in Uganda, and I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. I'll start with you on my left.
Hello, my name is Victoria Masiko. I'm very happy to be here.
Good afternoon. My name is Kemigisha. I'm very happy to be on this space. Thank you.
My name is Leah Tuhame, and I'm blessed to be here.
I'm Jean Lynn Katushabe. I'm blessed to be with you.
On today's episode, we're going to talk about local philanthropy, savings, investments among young people, and money generally. Money is something that is not a thing that we talk about every day. If it's talked about, it is in hush of, can I have some money, or how much do you have? Really, that much is never asked. So speaking of local philanthropy, I recently ran a charity drive for some little children that had not gone to school during COVID. And I was so overwhelmed. I felt some things are beyond individuals, us as individuals. I was overwhelmed by how people, my friends, and even my friends came through to contribute towards the charity. At first, I thought it was, I took it lightly. I'm like, we can pay for school fees for a year for some children. And shockingly, I posted my status, posted it on social media, and I'm overwhelmed by how much people are actually willing, despite it being a January. So today I would want to ask, what are our ideas and views on local philanthropy, on people coming together and giving back to the communities, and generally about giving?
Okay, personally, I think it's a good drive because we believe in the power of numbers. The moment you want to do something alone, at times you're not able to the level of your satisfaction. So the moment you bring in other people on board, you can ably push it to the level you'd have wanted it. And of course, not forgetting the fact that it brings out the community spirit. It shows people are concerned. It shows people are showing up for it, and of course for the common good, for the common goal to help the children study. So to me, I think that's a very great idea.
There's this thing I usually talk about with my friends, like great things happen when we come together.
Absolutely.
We actually don't know how strong we are until we belong to a certain group of people and supporting each other, and we are backing each other, seconding a certain cause. Really, really big things happen when people come together, especially women.
True. And when we were offline, we were talking about how all of us actually belong to a group, an investment club. You know, when someone says an investment club, we can say it is such a huge thing. And I felt we need to give it space and talk about it. How did it come up? I think I could go on with Carol. You'd already started. How did it come up? What is your niche? And how is the group moving?
Okay. We are Egrets Investment Club. We have known each other for more than 15 years. We are a group of friends that have known each other that long. And at first it was just an informal social group. And then we thought, but wait, we can make this bigger than we think. We can start saving money and to help us grow individually and also as a group. So it started out of our tight friendship that had gone on for so long. And we started saving money here and there, little money. But one thing we have realized, okay, where we are now, the far we have grown from the way we started, we have really realized that money can grow. True. Again when you come together. True. Yes, so it is Ingress Investment Club. We save, and then we lend out money among ourselves for personal development and growth. And we have realized very big things have really happened within us.
Wow, amazing. So,
Amazing.
Leah, you're saying something?
I wanted to contribute about when people come together.
Yeah.
We actually have a group of friends
Yes.
where we used to come together and eat and socialize, eating.
Only spend.
Eating life with a big spoon. But then we were like, but every time we come here and eat, what are we contributing to the society? So since 2017, we started every December, like, we need to give back to the community.
You say December?
Every December.
So do you collect money throughout the year, or when December comes
when December comes, we put on all social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, on our statuses. Actually, status is a big deal.
True.
So we reach out to friends, bring clothes, bring money, bring whatever you can, and we went to Eseza Foundation. We've gone to Kateyamba. We've gone to very many homes in Uganda, and we really look forward to maybe expanding to East Africa.
Amazing things out of these social groups. Still talking about the investment club, I would ask you, Vicky. So, what is your view? What do you think it has? Of what importance has it been to you for the time that you've been a part of it?
Thank you very much, Donna. What I could say is it's about especially the numbers, yeah? Because you realize when you are just an individual or just 2 or 3 people, you may not achieve much. You may not have really a long-term goal. Because when you're 2 people, 3 people, and you're saving, yes, of course, the complications are not so many. But then when you are very many, there's the thing about numbers. You achieve more. You have like different goals. And then you decide to like do this thing together, this whole life thing. You're saving, you're learning each other, and then togetherness. Now that, like she said, Carol, that we've known each other for a very long time. We know people so much. We know where they have. We've gone through high school with them, so we know that this person cannot default. And even if they did, we know where to find them. It is that good that the bigger the number, we have managed to collect a lot of money from each other, helping each other run things, functions, how we come through for each other's functions, how we come through for when someone loses somebody. So it has been really, really good. We benefit a lot. It's not just about the money, but also the social capital, where we look out for each other. We meet and have this AGM, the meetings, and then we talk about other things apart from money, life as usual. But it's a really good thing.
Oh, so Jean, getting to you.
Yeah.
When was it that you believed in numbers and you're like, actually, this is it. We need to come together as women. Let's maybe stick to the women thing. As women, as young women, and you feel, when was it that you felt the impact of numbers?
First of all, most of us really struggle to save and eventually invest. So before we run to the investment, I believed in numbers from when we started saving. Some of us could have started looking at it in a very short term, but as we went on, I realized that it's very helpful. When you stick to the group, you're accountable to someone. Unlike when you think, I'll wake up every month, save 50,000. At times, something will happen. A family member will be sick. A friend will lend and not return.
Grandmother will
grandmother will have a problem somewhere.
True.
So
True.
the moment you're in a group saving, you stick to the goal. You have this at the back of your mind that if I do not save this amount of money, I'm likely to pay a fine. Plus, of course, you don't want to be the one falling out of this group as the one who's incapable of saving. So when the moment you know you have someone to account to, in this case, which is a group, it pushes you. And it's so powerful. Actually, going back to believing in numbers, in a group, I realized that we've grown our income. Jokingly, we've grown our income over each month we realized we're in millions. You guys were about to make billions. So having a group is the real deal, because you feel you're accountable to someone. You feel it's a must do because you must commit to
So
it.
in essence, what you're saying is that once you're part of a group, even when you don't have that particular salary,
You look for it.
you hustle and look
You
for that cost
hustle
saving
for
money.
it.
Okay.
Actually, at times you might not even eat lunch. Funny how? Yes, you might not eat lunch, but you know, I have to pay this 50,000. I have to pay this 200, because I cannot be the laughing stock in the group.
Amazing. So isn't that like a source of is it can I say fear? You get like someone is fearing of they're going to talk bad about me. They're going to
Yeah, it's the sense of responsibility.
Oh yes, you can call it that. So Carol, maybe to ask you about, looks like you're more versed with this, to ask you about your investment club. How different is it from these our normal? I know it is also a good initiative, the normal women chivina, where we bring money, then we buy for someone a hoe, buy for someone a panga, and then we move on to another person. So how different is your investment club, or what do you think makes it better over these other investment clubs, and how do you, yeah, exactly.
So I've personally been in different investment clubs. Like, this is not my first.
Wow.
And I was there, and you know, things were really not working out in one way or another.
Okay.
I can say Egress Investments Club is different. I think the biggest factor that has kept us going is the kind of friendship that we have.
True.
I have known Vicky when she was a little girl in a skirt that doesn't fit, and I have seen Donna in a dirty shirt she has not ironed. We have known each other from way back, and we have made this bond that we feel like, oh, okay, even if Donna is not saving, she can reach out.
Yes.
Like, Carol, save for me this month.
Oh, yes.
I'll save for you next month.
True.
Then we keep going like that. If Donna wants a loan, she can come to us, and then she's like, guys, my mom is sick and this and that. I need 600,000.
Yeah.
We give the money. She knows that we are going to charge a small interest, but hey, there's always a cost to comfort. So yeah, I feel like the bond that we have is the one thing that has made this investment club successful.
Oh,
yeah. If I could just add on to what Carol said, the thing about us knowing each other from like way back, I think 2010.
Yeah.
2010.
No,
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Senior one.
Wow,
Yes.
that's a very long time. It's a very beautiful thing to know that even because in our investment club, we save, we loan out money, we do all of these things. So it is, you cannot just sit there and be comfortable knowing that I borrowed people's 10 million and I have not paid back. I have known Carol from way back, Leah from way back, and now in future, we are all employed, we are dealing with different things. You just can't sit there and be comfortable knowing that the club needs its money. Yeah, you've got to sweat it, you've got to do whatever you have to do to make sure you get back this money. So it's not just about the monies, but then you also want to keep that social, the social capital, the friendship. How my friends supposed to look at me and say, I have failed to pay their money, I have defaulted, or I have failed to save the next month. That is why Carol said you could actually ask somebody to save for you when you cannot, then maybe they save for you the other month or something like that. It is very, very beautiful. And this is what is different from other investment clubs, that it's specifically money. And if you don't have the money, you're probably going to fall out, you're going to cause enmity, the group is going to fail. But ours is different, that we look out for each other. You know, you have someone at your back all the time.
Can I add on?
Yeah, Jean first, then we can come to Carol.
Okay, I think what I find so different from my investment club is the fact that we are so transparent.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are very transparent in our group. If Leah loans 10 millions, the treasurer must update us on the kind of payment. She has paid the profit. She has paid this much. She has paid this much. But which doesn't normally happen in every other group.
Yes.
Because usually, I think some groups, actually, they could pay to the treasurer and she uses it. we don't know about it.
True.
And of course, due to the fact that
So does the treasurer keep your money like in liquid cash or something?
of course,
What is with the transparency? How transparent is it?
no,
Because I could tell you and still eat the money.
the fact that it's a group's money, the
Yes.
treasurer cannot work alone.
Yes.
Yes, it is a bank account,
Yes.
but of course she's not the only signatory
Committee.
on the on the account. So they have to update us. They have to tell us what is transpiring. How much have we earned? When we add this, how much money are we making? So I find it so easy to trust this group, this investment, because I know at the end of the day, I can see where we are going. I can see the coin that we add on every time. So that is what I find so different.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What I wanted to add on is the other biggest thing that has kept us moving is to hold it, like discipline each other.
Oh, how is that?
So Leah can come and she wants a loan of 10 million.
Yes.
But we know Leah's finances.
Yes.
Because she is a friend. We know Leah's finances.
You
we
know
know
her way
she has
from
a
the
salary
canteen
of
days.
1 million, and then her other side ventures, maybe we estimate she makes like 2 million from there. So it is a question of, okay, Leah, where are you putting this money? What are you going to invest it in? How are you going to pay us back? We ask the valid questions before we disburse money to anyone. And that has helped us. We only loan out money when we feel like, this is safe. She has a plan. She's putting the money in this and she's going to get it. Like, this is how she's going to be able to pay back. I remember there's a time I wanted to take a loan myself, and Irene asked me, Carol, where are you taking this money? And I was giving it to someone who had a problem, but I wasn't sure that she was going to give it back. And she asked me, okay, if you take this money, be ready to pay it from your own salary.
True.
Just imagine you have given it out for free. And I thought twice about it, and I'm like, you know what? No, let me find another way of talking. So the discipline, people disciplining you out of your own impulsiveness is what has really kept us going as a club.
So money really needs you to have the discipline, needs you to have the plan. It's not
accountability.
It's not money there, a stash you can pick, go and we are friends, we shall deal with it.
And actually for me, I believe that what these groups do, the investment groups, they come in a way of you are friends, you learn from each other. Like you be asking, why are you normally taking a loan? I'm doing this business, I'm buying land, and you're like, okay, now I need to do that. I need to also develop myself, because in any case, money has to be used. So you're like, okay, let me also, you talk to maybe your husband or wife, or you talk to someone or a sibling, and you're like, what business can I do with this money? And of course, because it's there, you have access to it, you are able to develop yourself and develop your home. So I believe that these groups help us develop by asking our friends, why do you normally get a loan? And they're like, actually, I bought land, or adding in my business. So within you, you're like, okay, so I can take a loan and add in my business and make more money. So it is really helpful.
There is a common caution that is so common with money, that you do not mix money with friendship.
No,
true. You people are here to tell me that you've been friends for over 20 years and you decided to tarnish that friendship by mixing it with money. How are you holding it down? And what are your plans? What happens if Donna picks money and doesn't pay back? You've just lost the friendship, but I've taken 10 million.
Not really. Okay, we said, we have how do I call it? Like rules that we follow.
Okay.
Donna, when Carol wants a loan, first of all, I'm borrowing against my own savings.
Yes.
Because I'm saving with this club and I'm borrowing against my own savings.
Oh yeah.
And if my savings cannot go up to that amount that I want as a loan, I will ask Vicky to be my guarantor.
Okay.
That means if I default, Vicky
Oh,
is held
yes.
accountable. Her money and my
And
money
your money.
is what the investment club
So
has
it's
lost.
upon you to
The rest
to
of
lose
the
Vicky.
individuals have not lost
Oh.
their money.
Good.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to decide. I no longer want Vicky as a friend. I make her my guarantor
Take all of my money
and take her
that's
money,
it.
and that's it.
And
Buy
the company
Vicky
money is safe.
and buy the relationship. Okay, that
And that's
makes
a good
really
thing because
yeah.
now the club is saved.
Yes.
But me and Carol will have our wars outside the club.
Absolutely.
Find how to deal with ourselves.
Okay.
But the club is saved, the money is there intact, and it's a good thing to do.
So what would be your advice to a group of friends out there who meet, eat their kamani, talk about the next nice pizza they've met, talk about
The next
Uh,
spot
next
in
club
town.
that is
the next
opening.
club that is opening, the lounge that is closing. So what would be your niche of, you see, you can have this, you can do, I don't know what it is, that what would be your advice?
Make use of that time. You don't have to, yes, eating life is good with a big spoon, but you have to be innovative, you have to be creative, you have to think out of the box, because today you're eating from this place and it is going to close tomorrow. So you really have to think and say, yes, we are friends, but let us develop ourselves. You don't have to keep spending, at least earn from each other. We have an investment club here, come and join. You inspire people, because actually I inspired my classmates to start an investment club because of this club. So guys,
amazing
amazing
amazing things are happening,
because we would meet there is a league, school league, so we would meet every Sunday. Can you imagine, every Sunday just spending transport, going
Empty talk.
empty talk. Just so I was like, but you guys, we meet, at least let us, every time we meet, let us at least bring 20,000 in a bag. So we started by that. So this club has inspired other clubs to start.
That's nice.
Personally, what I would tell them is, I don't think we need to tell them much, but they can just watch us. Yeah. So we don't need really to preach to someone. No, it's not bragging. We don't need to convince someone who's not convinced. So they can just give us a few months. They can simply watch us, and then they join us later when they are convinced. And of course, they will be convinced.
So what?
Anyway, and the other thing is to any young woman who is watching us and listening in.
Yes.
One thing that I have to tell you is that money grows.
Yeah.
Sure.
Money grows. There's this thing of, if it is a tap, and there's just one drop that keeps coming in, it keeps the ground wet.
Absolutely.
So little as it is, put it on the side and do away with it and keep it somewhere and just watch time. It is going to multiply. You're going to be shocked, like, wow, like a 50K I was keeping is now 10 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so money really grows. You just have to have the discipline to save.
Just to add to respond to your question that all of this have answered, one thing people need to know is, when you're saving or when you're in an investment club, it's not just about money.
Yes.
When we meet, every time we meet, there's happiness. There's that talk that we have. Oh, I'm happy for you. You got married. You're having a child, or what? Then we eat fish. Then the other time we're eating, a lot of pork.
Yes.
It's not just about money. Like, you guys, we are meeting. We have to save. Where's the money? We loaned you. Where's our money? No.
There's a lot more to it.
It's not just about the savings. Yes,
Social
you're saving.
capital.
That brings us to social capital. Yes.
It's the intention to save.
Yes.
But there's life. There's life after saving. Your money you have saved, pick a little, enjoy it. Because where will you put it after you've saved all of it? So it's once in a while that we actually enjoy that.
That brings us from that brings us from now that the savings point to the investment or the eating of it. Because you see what happens with our local women Chivina. Once you've saved, the year ends, Christmas comes, and you have your
whole goat,
or you've contributed to a whole cow, and you slaughter it, and Mr. Byamukama gets his
leg.
one quarter of the leg, and we've been saving the whole year for this cow. So how are you? I don't know if it is bad. I look at it as not a so good money thing that we save to eat. You get? So you as an investment club, what are your long-term goals? What are you looking up to? Is it that in 10 years' time we shall find Egrets 2010 owning that
Driving.
In Kololo.
So
Mapera building?
our long-term goals
Yes.
as a club, for starters, after when our financial year ends,
Yes.
we share profit.
Yes.
We do not share our savings. We share the savings, the profit we have made from our savings. So our savings actually keep there and they grow. Yeah, and our long-term plan is to actually have a financial institution that is going to help women, young girls, to help them with different financial products, help them access loans for personal growth, for women to grow their small businesses, families. Yes, that is our long-term thing.
Oh, amazing things.
Yeah.
What Kara could have forgotten earlier when she was introducing us, Egrets Investment Club is actually from Buranyanji. Buranyanji girls are known as the Egrets. Yeah?
Yes.
So when we are out here talking to women, Buranyanji is a single-sex school. It's only a girls' school. We imagine that there are many Buranyanji girls out there looking at us, or people who could have associated with the school, or people who know. Anyway, any female out there looking at us. This is us starting really small, and we started in our 20s. So imagine people who could have started even way younger than us.
Yes.
You do so much better
Actually,
in future.
Yeah.
So we're looking at us in like 50 years old when we have our children that have all grown and we have plots of land everywhere.
True.
We are probably, buying this nation. Who knows?
Interesting.
So we are looking at rich grandmas.
Yes.
Amazing things with money.
Big money.
Oh, what money can't do. So how you said you're growing your money through lending amongst ourselves?
Yes, for now.
For now, and maybe the intention would be to buy, resell assets. I would imagine. Amazing things. So going back to numbers, what has this taught you? What has this being part of a group, or what has the numbers thing taught you as an individual that you could say, me, Donna, this is my takeaway from this whole numbers thing, the big numbers?
It has taught me to be accountable in my life, because the moment you're leading life alone, you never account to anyone.
True.
So what this social movement in the name of a saving club has done to me is to account to someone. I mean, in the long run, it's my money, but they're helping me run my money.
Oh yeah.
So it has taught me to belong somewhere. And to belong somewhere, of course, you have to account to them.
Absolutely.
And I think for me, the biggest takeaway from this group for me also is a sense of belonging. Like I said, I have been in different investment clubs. Some, my mom said, hey, come and keep some money. You know, your mom is trying to teach you how to save.
Yeah.
Come keep some money in our chibina.
Yes.
Her own friends. And then you're putting there. Then when I met my husband, he also told, hey, come and save money here. But this is my thing.
Yes.
Like, this is my thing. The rest of the investment clubs I've ever belonged to.
I think you'll be inviting your children to.
Like, this is now my thing.
Yes.
Like, these are my peers. I feel like the conversation is flowing. I feel like we are in sync. I feel like wow, this is my thing. Yeah. So it has really given me a sense of belonging, and I'm always looking forward to our meetings. And then I have to tell my daughters I have a meeting, and I'm part of the committee. I'm a member. Yeah. So it sounds so small, but it is so meaningful, and it is big, and it really feels good to belong here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If I could add to that, there's a Waganda a saying in Uganda, Actually, I am born in Muchiga, married to a Langi, so now I'm going to give you a saying in Uganda. They say agali awamoke galumenya, am I right?
True.
So even if you love meat to the extent that you could eat all the meat in the world, if you have only one tooth or two,
True.
you cannot eat that meat. So once you are so many people, that is when you can achieve a lot. So when we are here as a group, as the number that we have, I even feel sorry for that boy that didn't manage to join us, you know.
I know.
They'll watch us, they'll
I just
join.
have no idea when we are pointing with our khakis saying that land is ours, that building is ours,
True.
that carbon was, it's a very beautiful feeling. Like Carol said, when you wake up and it's Saturday at 2 p.m. we are meeting and having a meeting, it's vibes. It's not just money.
True.
It's vibes. We are going to eat. We are going to talk. So.
So in a way of the numbers point, I in the Banyankore have a saying. The Banyankore have a saying that kamwe kamwe go muganda.
True. One by one
So
makes a bundle.
one by one makes a bundle. In a way of you bring your 50, I bring my 50. We make 200.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So simple. So for me, I really take this like it is a very, very good privilege to be part of an investment club that is consistent. That even when you fail to pay fine, they're like, please,
our 10,000,
even 2,000,
our 2,000.
They're so specific,
Yes.
they're so transparent, like they are on point. And actually, you don't want to feel like, I'm the only one who hasn't paid.
Yeah.
Every time you see the list going up and you're like, I need to look for that money. I need somehow you are competing with yourself, and of course you're delivering.
So
your business,
it's a source of positive jealous.
It is really a positive. It is a motivation, actually.
Okay, amazing. So we're talking about women out there, village women, local women, Kampala women, and I have come to realize as we grow, you tend to lose out on these friends that are really that could have been your tight friends. You tend to grow into an individual. What would you say to a woman who cannot access such a group to be part of it?
I think, to me, there is nothing like you can't access. You're simply blocking yourself.
Okay.
Because going back to our club, I think in our class, we could have been something 300 plus or 500.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, we sold the idea to the general class, and a few picked the idea. Okay. So really, there is no one who will say I don't belong because they are sidelining me. No, actually, you're your own enemy.
You made a choice.
You made a choice.
Yes.
So but the good news is it's never too late. You can pick a friend or two, and eventually you'll form a group. Since we are believing in the power of numbers, you can choose a workmate, a friend, a neighbor, and you form a group and you commit to it, just like you are committing to the group. So there is nothing like someone is sidelining you. I think it's your attitude. It's what you're choosing to do.
And of course, it is your personality.
Yes.
Your personality comes in a way of because we have studied all together and we've been together since Form 1. So I know her personality, like I know everyone's personality. This one talks a lot. This one is quiet.
Reserved,
even when she sees a message on WhatsApp that she hasn't paid, she won't comment. Please call her. True. So sometimes we need to check our personalities, and in a way sometimes people want to lay back. They're like, no, I think me, I'm quiet. I want quiet people. But please, you need a quiet person, you need a loud person, you need a talkative, like all those. You need a lot of friends to come up with a specific goal, to get that goal. And please don't sleep. Don't sleep. Get out of that bed, find that friend and save.
So talking of social media and talking of numbers, I mean, numbers can be virtual, can be people that you know.
Yeah.
What have, as an individual, what is your what has been your relationship, your turning point with having like on your status, the things you post, what is it that you think social media has been such a blessing or not a blessing towards this whole social movement, the whole women movement?
I could say social media is such a helper.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you're dealing with numbers, it's very hard to reach out to everyone if you are not going to use WhatsApp, where you're going to just put one message and it reach all 100 people, right?
Yeah.
Then in case of meetings, sometimes some people are lazy to meet. We have people who are part of the group who are up country.
Yes.
So sometimes you just could use your Zoom meetings. You could use, those virtual calls that you could use on social media. And that's how you'll be able to communicate. So social media is such a big help. Also, those are very urgent communications. You don't have to wait for the next meeting of the investment club to make this announcement. You don't have to wait to announce that we're going to have an AGM when you have the next meeting, or make phone calls to over 25 people that you have a meeting. No. All you have to do is just simply post on the group, because we have a social media group where all of us are, whether people will read it tomorrow or the next day, but the thing is,
it's
the
delivered.
information was there.
Oh, yes.
And of course, for me, I see that
I was looking at a social media guru.
Yes. I'm a digital specialist.
Yes.
Yeah, but I believe that social media is a blessing. Of course, when you use it right.
Absolutely.
So it is really a blessing. All you need is the right words, and the word is going to be out there. Say you have a drive. Recently, Donna had a drive. 30K at 30, and it was amazing. All you had to do is to tweet, and people were amazing. It is amazing. And maybe what I really want to add on is that people are willing to give, actually.
Absolutely.
People want to give, but they don't know how to give.
How to give, yes.
And all you need to do is to just put it out there and say, this time, please, these numbers, send this money. And people are actually, when you ask for 30,000, people are going to give 100, 200.
True.
So Ugandans and Africans have a giving heart.
And not just for even the group, our particular group.
Yes.
Social media is such a blessing in a way that even if you're having any other kind of communication, it's hard to call somebody during the day if they're involved in meetings, if they're involved in meeting with clients here and there, and maybe they're not comfortable talking on phone. Just put your information on any social media platform, Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook. People will always find that information there.
Yeah.
If, say, for example, our investment group is selling some product, or want to give information on financial services or what, we don't even have to come here and make noise and what. All we have to do is just put information out there.
At the comfort of your bed.
So it's good to work with social media because there's so many people who are involved.
Yeah.
We shall take a short break, and we shall be back talking about the charities we've been involved in as a group and as individuals. And for our viewers, for the meantime, you can please follow us on Twitter, Civic Space TV, and on YouTube. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Digital rights are those human rights and legal rights that allow individuals to access, use, create and publish digital media, or to access and use computers, other electronic devices and telecommunication networks. Digital rights include a right to freedom of expression, information and communication through technology, a right to privacy and data protection, a right to credit for personal works, a right to universal and equal digital access, a right to identity, a right to anonymity, a right to be forgotten, and a right for protection of minors, among others. The state's digital rights are frequently violated through various unfair actions, for example, blockage of websites and social networks, theft of credentials, unauthorized use of people's data for personal gain, privacy intrusion, online censorship, arrests and intimidation of online users, internet blockages, and the proliferation of laws and regulations that undermine the potential of technology to drive social, economic, and political development worldwide. It is hence every citizen's responsibility to respect rights of other digital users and to speak out or report to the responsible parties when one's rights are violated.
You're welcome back from that short break. We are still on the Women's Show on Civic Space TV, and I'm still your host, Donna Keirungi. We said we're going to talk about what ventures that bring us the money. We're talking about saving, because you cannot save what you don't have. We are going to look at, we're going to individually talk about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and who are you inspiring and how are you inspiring them. Yes, Leah, go on.
Yeah, so my name is Leah Tuhame, and yeah, I'm a creative director for Leah Fashion Store, and we deal in bridal wear, in chitenje fashion, African wear,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it. So we made a training recently in 2021 for women, for Katanga women. We're training them how to make jewelry, how to sew the little things that maybe to put a little button on your shirt. And it was an amazing opportunity for us. So in this way, and that is how I get my money.
Good.
And I'm also a digital specialist.
Yes.
You can call it influencer.
Leah is very, very many things.
You can call it influencer. For gifts and petals.
Yes.
Valentine's is coming, so we do flowers, hand bouquets, flower arrangements, gift hampers. So that's actually how I get my money.
Amazing.
As we sell. So in that gifts and petals, I also have a backyard garden.
Okay.
That I grow my own food at home. I grow all the vegetables that I eat at home.
Wow.
So please don't use that little space on your landlord's whatever. Use it.
True. I saw a fellow woman telling me, you say I don't have space, I cannot grow these things that I see Leah growing on her status. so it's okay, you should be able to.
No, you have all you need is a small space. You can do a tower. You save that money because we need vegetables on a daily meal. So you can save that little money that you wanted to buy dodo from uptown or on your way sloping home. You can save that, because if you're to count it in a month, you're going to spend about 50,000 shillings. Sure. So by you growing your veggies at home, you are saving that 50, and of course you're bringing it back to the savings group.
Amazing.
And you're enjoying the veggies.
Yes, Jean.
Okay, like I said, I'm Jean Lynn Katushabe, and earlier on I said I'm CEO Baked with Love, UG. I'm a baker. Yes, I'm a baker. A very professional baker.
Yes.
So I make all the yummy cakes that you can ever think of.
True.
The cookies, all the pastries, come to name it all. And it's been amazing. What I partly credit this group for, I think they've really supported. They've bought the cakes, they've bought the pastries, they've bought
the power
everything.
Of numbers.
Power of numbers. So if I have to count on clients, they're my number one client. And that helps me to save, because the moment I earn from what I do, then obviously I have the money to save. Yes, so like she says, Valentine is coming.
And
graduation. You guys are getting married. Yes, grab that heart cake. Your sweetheart won't stay the same.
Yes. No socks, no
socks, no belts, no obvious things. Grab that cake. You'll testify. Actually, you'll even call me for your wedding if you're still single. Yeah.
I'm Carol Kemigisha, TY. I'm employed. I work with the Uganda Revenue Authority. I'm a domestic taxes officer. And
our taxes.
I'll be taxing us when we turn into a financial institution. True. And then on the back end, on the front end also, I run a social movement. It is called Wise Walk Woman. At Wise Walk Woman, we want to educate, inspire a boundless woman. Like, we have, okay, I have gone through that experience myself where you find a woman is limited by a lot. Society, just our...
The fact that you're a woman.
The fact that you're a woman.
The day you're born and you're a woman, that's it. The one
You're
that's
limited,
conspired.
you're limited a lot. But anyway, it was born out of... my mom told me a story.
Okay.
She was in the same class with my uncle. Let me just make it a bit short. She was in the same class with my uncle. They did what was the equivalent of senior 4 that time. My uncle had 9. My mom had 8, like the grades then. And my grandfather called a meeting and said, now the girl has 8.
Better
the boy has 9. The girl has been admitted, in some school that was in Lango. Then the boy was admitted in some other school. So who goes? Both of them cannot go.
Wow.
And he had slaughtered a goat and brewed alcohol and invited the villagers to decide the fate of who goes. Yet the girl was actually better. And society decided, of course.
Absolutely.
The boy goes. The boy goes because 2-3 days, this girl is going to come back pregnant. And that was her fate. It was decided. And she was always like sad. And I love my uncle. She loves her brother. But it was always like, Uncle Fred took my what? My chance.
My chance.
And then she was
just because
she was more hurt. She keeps saying, and my mom sat there and she didn't do anything. And it sounded like she wasn't just hurt by the fact that she had to drop out of school, but the fact that her mother did not
cooked.
So I sat there and the story made me so sad, so sad. And so Wise Walk Woman was born out of that, to inspire, to teach, to just let a girl child, a woman, to be boundless, like to break all these barriers that are around women. And we run different campaigns, especially around financial literacy. That is the area we are concentrating on now, financial literacy, teaching women. Leah, we should host you. You teach us how to have a backyard garden so that we save more and more and more. So it is basically that, to simplify life for the girl child. And I'm certain this is the reason Civic Space TV has such a show, to air out the plight of women, to explain, experience sharing. When someone tells their story, it resonates with a lot more other people. I'm sure it's not just your mother, Carol. There are very many women who need this story to remember what their stories are. Because very many did not go to school at the expense of their brothers, their uncles, or just because they're women. You finished P6, where are you going? So we thank Civic Space TV for this kind of space. For women to be able to learn from one another. And as we conclude, I would want us to have each a word or two or a sentence to a woman out there about giving, investment, and saving. Giving, saving, and investment.
Okay, we'll start with me.
Yes, Leah.
As a woman out there, it's a blessing to give. So if someone runs a charity drive and you can ably finance, 1 by 1 makes a bundle. So do not underestimate that 5,000. Give it. It will buy someone's exercise book that you cannot see. And then investment, of course, it's a deal breaker. It is so hard as women because we need to stand our ground as women. The modern era woman cannot run on the husband's kameza money, cannot run on begging, because along the way a lot happens. Probably someone will take advantage of you. You'll marry a man you do not want because he's the one who can ably push you through the day. So as a woman, we need to save. We need to invest. When you invest, you have a financial hand. And I think, of course, even if you marry, the husband will respect you for that, for contributing something towards the house. And then for saving, it should be even. It shouldn't be an option. It should be a must. You should save.
It has
Because
been added to the 8 subjects at all.
yes, it should be added to the compulsory subjects, because we normally underestimate how much. Funny how if you woke up, maybe you might not save 1 million a month, depending on how much you earn. But if you chose to save, let me say 50,000 per month, at the end of the year, you have something like 650.
Yes.
Yes, but of which the year can end and you have 0 shillings.
Yes, and the year will
That is
end
if
anyway.
you're not putting, yeah, that
Because
is
the
if
year will
you're-
end.
it will end.
Yeah.
That is if you're not putting a coin
On the
somewhere.
side.
Yes, so then of course that brings a lot of anxieties. It's Christmas. I can't plait my hair. My mother can't expect something. But I mean, if you had your 650,000, it can make a difference. You can get transport to your village. You can take your children for swimming. You can still add in your investment. A coin makes a coin. So those 3: give, save, and invest.
Thank you.
Yeah, and about saving, I grew up with a single mother, and it is one of the rules, like you have to give.
Okay.
If you have 50%, give 30. There is always, like, somehow God is going to provide for you, because a giving heart is a
Is the
receiving.
receiving one.
There is, like, that is the rule at home, because mom says give. You have to keep giving, because in any case you're not going with whatever you have to heaven anyway. Those who want to go to
Heaven
heaven.
is the goal.
So because that was, I was born, I can say I was born like that. I was grown up I grew up knowing that I have to give. So every drive, everything that comes on, I am like, oh my God, I have to give. Like it is like a responsibility in me that I have to give.
Amazing.
So then about saving, I remember we have at home, we had a small box. Mom would buy, we were 4 kids, everyone had a small box. So every visitor that would come at home, say they've given you 1,000 or 500, you would pick it and she would escort you. Put that money.
What?
So
Okay.
at the end of like December, when she says, okay, those who want new dresses,
Pick
your money.
find your boxes. Then we'd get our boxes. Then she's like, no, I'm not going to use this money. I'm going to keep it for you. So I think in Form 1, when you would reach Form 1, they would open for your bank account, and she puts all that money in your bank account. I remember I got my ATM in my senior 4, my ATM card. She gave it to me, and that time we had a holiday, and I went to the bank and I saw the money. I withdrew 20,000. Then when she came at VD, she was like, Leah, why did you withdraw 20,000? I'm like, how did you know? It is my account. She's like, no, my number is registered on that account. So please, this money is for you for university. So somehow I grew up knowing that you have to save. There is a bigger goal. There is you have to look. You're going to get this money. It is your money, but at the end of university. So of course, when I finished campus, I had enough money to start my own business. I went to Mbara and I started the business using that same money.
Wow.
So those parents, actually your kids, if they're even 1 month, even when you're pregnant, please start saving for that child.
Amazing.
Because that money, you never know what that money is going to do to you, or you never know. You might die right now, and your kid might not know the advantages of saving. So you have to teach them when they're still young. Don't let that 50,000 when the uncle comes and they just eat it, ice cream, what? Teach your child how to save right now, because it is going to help them. And I think I talked about the investment part when I said I used my savings
To start
Yes,
a
to
business.
start your business. Yes.
So, and of course I came back to Kampala, and the business continued. So about what else? Saving.
Saving,
Giving,
giving, investment.
That's all.
Amazing.
That's
That's
all.
an amazing story.
Saving. I'm going to talk about giving first. Giving is not just financial.
Yeah.
If it is a book that has changed your life, knowledge. Give knowledge, share knowledge. That is what Wise Work Woman is currently doing with providing financial literacy to young girls and women, that those midara women, encouraging them to save. And then you find they actually didn't know they can have a bank account.
Yeah.
And then they think the bank will take their money.
True.
And yet it just helps them. They could actually, some accounts, they earn interest on them. So to me, giving has not always been financial. I can give financially when I can, but even when you're not able to give financially, you can always give someone something that can
service.
change
Yeah.
their lives. Like share knowledge. Saving, guys.
You want to look in the camera and tell us?
I'm
And
looking
tell
there
everyone
and
out
I'm
there.
telling you. Money grows. I'll say that again. Money grows. Like we said, if a tap keeps dropping one,
Yes.
it keeps the ground wet. Put that money away. You'll be amazed at how much it will grow in a short time. And investing, when you have the money, when you have the knowledge, you would invest.
Absolutely.
Yes. So that is it for any young woman who is listening in. Give, save, invest.
Thank you.
About giving from the spiritual point of view, you can only reap what you sow.
Absolutely.
So if you don't give, why would you want to give to you? Yeah, it's only something that we should have at the back of our minds. That when you give, you'll also be given. Saving. Also, if I go to saving, somewhere Jean said some women shouldn't expect their men to leave Kameza money. Me, when I speak for me as me, I've been very blessed. I have been very, very blessed. I've been very lucky. If you're a woman out there and you also get lucky like me, and your man gives you money,
Save it.
save
some.
it, and also give out some, because you have been
Yes.
given.
Yeah.
It has come from an element of being given without even asking. So if you get lucky like me, when you're given, also give out
Mama.
and save. Saving has all been exhausted by most of us. Saving is really, really important. They say the future is female.
Yeah.
So as a woman, you also don't want to be there and go empty-handed. Please save.
Your future is not
True.
a broke female.
Exactly. It's not a broke female. It's not just female, but it's not a broke female. And you know, some people want to give us rich auntie vibes. Some people want to be the rich mothers. You want to be the rich wife. You don't want to be the one who is calling your husband for, you know,
Salt.
there's no
Salt
yaka,
in the
there's no
house.
what. So save. Women, we need to save. We don't want to be there. And for you, Bambi, life is really hard. And you're a married woman.
You're growing old from worrying.
So let
True.
us save, as women really need to save. Investment is very important. Like investment could also be in things like even investing in your child. You know, yeah?
Yeah.
When you put your child to a soccer team or what, all these investments help you in future. Because, I mean, if it becomes a soccer player for the Uganda national team, you get.
True.
Even you, if you...
Soccer mom. Soccer mom incoming.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for sport, so
Yeah.
it would be really good. So let us you learn from us, let us learn from you, but at the end of the day, let us give, let us save, let us invest.
Amazing. What a show it has been. Talking about saving, giving, and investment, I must say, being part of the investment club that we've talked about gives me hope. Even when you're there in your pocket, you don't have Bisatu.
Yep.
You are there broke in peace.
Feel
but
rich
you
at heart.
are so rich at heart, knowing that you've saved some money.
There's millions.
And it is somewhere you look at it in form of millions. That's where the numbers now come in. All you have in that investment club is 200,000. But because now everyone has more than 200,000 or 200,000, the club has 10 million, and you in your head, you're comfortable knowing you have your
You
10
comfortably
million.
say we have 10 million.
We have 10 million.
I mean, why
so
not?
there is a lot that comes, peace of mind, love, laughter. You won't be jealous. Even the jealous will be on a positive note of, I've had a thing about Bushenyi people. They tell you that in Bushenyi, instead of being jealous of that this person should stop having what they have, it is be jealous of, how are you able to get this? Is it possible for me to also get it?
Yeah.
You get that kind of jealous.
Yeah.
So if women out there had that positive jealous, because jealous in essence should not be negative. It should be of, oh, you have this. This is
Healthy
amazing.
competition.
How can I have this? Healthy competition. So for every woman out there, one thing we can take from this show is that, one, a leaking tap, dripping as it
Keeps
is,
the ground
keeps
wet.
the ground wet. So keep your grounds wet financially. I actually have a belief that one of the biggest challenges and causes of domestic violence and problems in homes is poverty and a financially incapable woman in a home. Dependence generally. So if we could have more 3, 4, 5 women that can fend for themselves and fend for their children and understand that we are not going to fight over small money with this man, we would have, first of all, better homes, and better homes make better nations.
True.
So thank you so much for being part of today's episode of the Women Show. It has been a pleasure hosting you.
Yeah.
See you next time. Follow us on Twitter again. That is
And
Civic
YouTube.
Space TV. And on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.